Hey there. I mentioned in my last video, I've been enjoying Billy Bud. It's not what I've got right now. I've got this Mir IMP full of Kindle Flake from Golf and Hogarth. But it's kind of reminded me of something funny that I guess has happened in my piping journey. I went from aromatics to English blends kind of early on when I really first started getting into pipes. And I was looking up all these different blends I could try, and ones that were highly rated on tobacco reviews and got some buzz on different online fora. And Billy Bud sounded like it'd be great. And so it went on a list. I was keeping a document of all these tobaccos I wanted. And it never ended up on a purchase. I think that might have been because I ended up doing some trades and buying off of some people on some forum or another, and ended up getting a pretty big portion of GLP's Westminster, which was really good. And then I got some other Latakia blends. So Latakias were my favorite, but then my cellar got real deep with Latakia blends from, buying a pound here or a pound there that somebody, one guy basically said, I don't really like Latakia blends anymore, so here's a whole bunch of them for a really good price. And I like really good prices. I like deals, and if anything, I tend to make purchases I probably don't need to just because it's a good deal. So he had a good bit of aged Penzance and some Pembroke or Margate one and some Kensington and several pounds all told. And so I bought that, and then I had my Westminster, and then I kind of decided I didn't need to buy any more English blends. So some of those first English blends I kind of researched and decided I might like. Never purchased, never tried. And recently I decided to try it just for the heck of it when had some money and Smoking Pipes had Cornell and Deal for 20% off. So at the same time I ordered this Mir, ordered some Cornell and Deal Englishes. I also ordered some Cornell and Deal blends on International Pipe Smoking Day, and I liked them, so I figured I'll give some more of their blends a try. I really enjoyed it. Kind of makes me wish I wouldn't have shied away from it early on. Just because I had other English blends. Another thing it reminds me of is another pipe smoker on YouTube who's not on anymore, and that's Pipe Friend CHS. I think Billy Bud was his go-to only smoke. And I think it's funny how some people end up doing that. I love a variety. I love trying different tobaccos. Some people try tobacco so they can find the only one. The moderator on the pipes.org forum, I forget his name, but he basically, like, Penzance was his smoke. He found it, that was like his holy grail, so he just stockpiled it. And that's all he smoked all the time. Which in some ways is kind of like, the old school, old guard pipers that just, they had their blend, their brand or whatever. And, it might have been a drugstore tobacco. And then probably more with the rise of the internet, and, not necessarily everybody back in the day was like that. GLP's talks about how he loved trying different blends and sort of a connoisseur, if you will. And I try to be one. I don't have near the palate or whatever, but I like trying a different variety of blends. I think there's kind of a middle ground where somebody goes and they try all these different blends because they're searching for that one blend that they can have a monogamous relationship with for the rest of their life. So when they're done dating all of these other blends and they find the one, they just keep it, and that's their jam. And they stick to it. So I think that was kind of Pipe Friend's deal with Billy Bud. He found it, he liked it, and he was good to go. This guy from the pipes.org forum, the name escapes me, he found his blend, but like I said in my last video, it's not my cup of tea. I guess I don't have a cup of tea, I have many cups of tea. I like the variety, I like exploring and trying new things, and you know, I'll love something but then I'll get tired of it and go to something else I like, either for a different season or just because I've kind of worn out my palate for that. And that contrast and getting something different and picking up the differences in flavor between things is part of what makes it fun for me. So I've kind of rambled about a few things here, but Pipe Friend CHS I hope is doing well. He's not posting videos anymore, but he was one of the first guys I watched a lot on YouTube, and my first video was a VR to one of his contests. So yep, hope you're doing well if you end up watching this, which I don't even expect that you will, but cheers guys, happy puffing.